to Unitubers. My name is Katie Fizzpop and I have the dubious honour of starting this thing off. First things first, the collab is going to run 5 days a week. You'll be seeing me every Monday, Lisa on Tuesdays, Jonathan on Wednesdays, Liam on Thursdays and Paige on Fridays. For organisational purposes, the schedule's going to run on UK time because, well, I live in New Zealand, so I'm about 24 hours ahead of everyone else. I'm going to try and do this all in one long take because my editing sucks and I tend to end up jumping all over the place. Yeah. I live in a small corner of the world called New Zealand, and for the next month I live just outside a small town in Canterbury by a very famous fault line. So yes, I get a lot of earthquakes and I was definitely here for February the 22nd and I definitely felt it. I'm 17 and I am starting my first year of uni next year, so that's going to be interesting. I'll be doing a Bachelor of Arts, still majoring in French and Media. So, wow, that's going to be interesting. My hobbies, I like to read, skate occasionally, and sing to myself. So, yeah, I look really sane sometimes. My favourite music is Motion City Soundtrack, Jax Mannequin and Fun, and my favourite authors are Scott Westerfeld, John Green, Sarah Desson, Maureen Johnson and Sue Collins, who, by the way, if you've never read The Hunger Games, just go out and read it. Seriously, it is like the best book ever. And yes, I did just use like in a sentence. My favourite YouTubers, I like the Vlogbrothers, obviously. I like Charlie So Cool Like and Neramon, and I don't tend to watch too many other YouTubers, aside from anyone who puts up lots of cat videos. Nerd cred. I spent ages trying to work out what nerd cred was, but hello, look at the t-shirt. I'm a nerd fighter, because, you know, we're so exclusive, but I can't make the sign at all. Probably one of my bigger nerd cred things is that I read more books in a month than most girls in my year would read in a year. And most of them tend to be like, oh my god, you read so much. How do you do that? Reading's so boring. I'm like, well, you know, there's this funny thing called imagination, and you just don't have it. Yeah, another thing that kind of contributes to it, one of my favourite things to do once I've finished watching a movie is to go onto IMDb and memorise all the trivia on it. Funny fact about The Shining, you know the scene where all the blood comes rushing out of the elevators? Well, Stanley Kubrick, who was the director, had this thing where he liked to do about 50 to 60 takes of things, and his record for the blood was that he only did it in 3 takes, which would have been, you know, great and all, except for the fact that it took 3 days to set up. So they'd spend 3 days setting it up, let it go, and they'd all be standing there with bated breath at Kubrick, who would just be like, it's not bloody enough. So yeah, that's things that I just love saying to myself, it's not bloody enough. Anyway, goodbye, and until next week, I will see you then.